Hello guys, and a very warm welcome to my channel. Thank you very much for joining us. It's some minutes to 6 and there's something I've been wishing to do all this time. I like how the coastarians or the people from the Kenyan coast can make chapatis in the morning. So I decided to challenge myself, and people are sleeping, that's why I'm whispering. So I'm going to make chapatis. I just woke up and freshened up, and that's why I still have my sleepy face. So I'm going to prepare chapatis for breakfast. I hope I can manage that in very good time. And I'm going to make special chapatis because I love to incorporate healthy things into my recipe. So what I have is just the ingredients. Okay, I'm going to also switch off on the lights because it's very dark, still a little dark, because I think it was raining or something. So I want you to move along with me as we continue this beautiful festive season, so that you can learn how to make chapatis, and you can also surprise your people with chapatis, soft layered chapatis for breakfast. So we're going to make them as healthy as possible, and I'm going to make the pumpkin and everything, and we'll meet when I'm starting to mix the ingredients, as they are all here, as you can see them here. So there are the ingredients here. So we have our cooking flour, we have our sugar, and the other things. So let's do this. So guys, I already have my pumpkin here. This is a big pumpkin, came from our farm, by the way. We harvested this from our farm. So, and everything else. So I'm going to just switch on the lights first, and then continue to peel it off, and also to make sure it boils, as I boil the water first. But I will show you all the ingredients that I will be using. Yes. So there's a little more light. So now I am sweating because there's a lot of heat around here at the coast. So if you're coming to the coast, make sure that you have light clothes for the season. So let's do this, guys. What I want to do now is to eliminate some of the ingredients from here that I will not be using anymore. And the first thing I want to eliminate is the cooking oil. This is one of the things that we use because it's a big container and I want some space. I'm going to put the oil here in this cup, and then put it in some hot water so that it can heat up slowly as I continue mixing the ingredients. I'm going to put a little salt. Some people like to use plainly salt, but I like to have my things incorporated, salt and sugar. So a little salt. This I will not use anymore. Just a little. I'm an African, we measure using our eyes. My sugar in this container is almost over, so I'm going to measure 2 tablespoons, and maybe add a little more. This is some baking flour that I had before, so I'm going to dispense it, and then now I continue to the new one because I want to use the old things first, or the ones that are open, and then we finish with the other one. I am mixing this in the meantime as we wait for the pumpkins to boil and become very soft, so that we can at least have them when they're going to go. have to have some extra baking flour so that you can use it to roll and also to just do everything on the surface to use, if that makes sense at all. So my pumpkins are ready and they are smoking hot. So what I'm going to do is to mash them first, then I will put them into the bigger container that has the flour and everything, and then now we continue mixing. This is the most important step. If you miss out anything on this step, like kneading and just making sure that the flour is well incorporated with each other or with all the ingredients, my friend, the other part will definitely control you, literally. So let's mash this. You can also feel free to mash it in, like directly there, but for me I want to do this so that I can just reduce the big lumps. I want those beautiful chapatis to be yellow. I hope they come out as I desire or as I have done before. So I won't mash that much. I think that is more like it. It's very hot, that's why I am. Some people are going hungry, we can't afford to waste food. We add our hot water. So now I can comfortably say I have successfully kneaded my mixture and it looks perfect. It's soft, and one of the hacks that you're going to use just to make sure that it's soft, you can just cut any part. You cut it out and look how it comes out. As you can see, there's no flour that you can see anywhere. Like, just make sure that all the parts you cut out, you cannot see any flour, so that means it has incorporated very well. So what we are going to do next is just to make sure that it's in one beautiful bowl, and I'm going to give it time because I want it to rest a little and also to like just incorporate a little more. So I'm going to put some flour in the basin that I am using. Not a lot and not too little also. And then I will put the ball inside. The next thing I want to do is just to cover it with a clean piece of cloth. This is a clean towel. So yeah, I'm going to put it like that for a few minutes, and then we meet on the other side when we are rolling, oiling, and cooking. Our mixture is now ready, in my opinion. Now it's very soft, and the other process will be very easy. So what I'm going to do is just show you an example of what you do just to add the layers, because now this one we are adding layers. I will pick a piece. I'll pick a piece of this and then knead it, or rather roll it, and show you how to go about the same. My space is not that much, but I will try my best to be very to be keen with the explanation and everything. Here's my rolling pin, very important for the chapati making process, and I have a knife to cut the pieces when I am done. So as you're rolling, what you want to do is just to make sure that you make it as flat as possible, and then you add a little oil and then cut into smaller pieces. After oiling, that is. And then this is what you're going to use for rolling. Make sure you apply all through, and don't make it soggy. Once again, I will repeat, don't make the chapatis soggy. This really helps you when you're doing the whole process of also rolling the other side. So what I'm going to do is to cut into small strips like this. So I will do this. This is a method I just learned recently, and I really like it. So far so good. Make sure that your surface is safe for such things. Mine is safe because the tile is a strong one. So after that, you're going to pick these pieces and just literally roll them. So you will roll like this, and then once you roll, again you roll in this manner. And if you want to add a little, you can add a little from another patch, like this one. You just add it. Depends on the size of the chapatis that you want, but for me, I like something just medium. And then you will put on your surface. I want to use this tray. So I have this piece, and I'm going to do the same for the rest of the other small portions of the chapati. We are here ready with our beautiful rolls. These are how many? 12 pieces, but I also have some extra here, 4 pieces, so we're going to have around 12 chapatis in specific. So now what we will do is to roll this specific dough, or the mixture that has already been rolled and applied some oil, and then this one is what we are going to put on the pan. So this process sometimes takes like some people don't like it because they have a thought that you have to make them very round, but it's not a must. What you do is just to flow whatever the shape. It will reach in the stomach when it's already distorted, so don't really worry about that. So if you feel like it's already starting to attach to the surface, make sure that you lift it or give it a little more baking flour. So I'm not going to make thick chapatis. I hate thick chapatis. The other thing is that I need to also make sure that these sides are also very well flattened. You don't want to have some parts being big and other parts being small. So this is what we are going to have. It's not a perfect round or circle, but it's good. So now we put on the fire. Make sure you spread it very well. and give it time to bubble. So it's going to give you a few bubbles here and there. Then you have your oil still. Don't put it on very high heat because it's going to disappoint you at some point. So now that it's bubbling, you're going to turn it. Looks good already. Just let it bubble, and then you can put the oil. You can either put on the top or on the bottom. I like to put mine on the bottom. Just make sure that I turn it very well. If you find that the oil is not enough, you can add a little. I'm going to reduce the fire a little for convenience. So that's our chapati. I'm going to put oil also on this other side, and as you can see, it looks very yellow and nice. That's a good indication that the pumpkin is very, very nice for this recipe.